Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, peeps, to episode 3 of the Snapprentice. Hope you're all well. We're joined this week by our week 2 team Snaptins. I'll introduce them one by one to you. So first off, we have Brad Safar. How you doing, Brad?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Have you enjoyed the week?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Been really cool with the challenges, things like that, and the votes for the teams and everything. And then my own personal stream has been fun, trying to hit infinite. But yeah, I got some cool cards. It's been great.
Cool. And our second team snapped in, Mr. O Behaved. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for having me. How's everybody doing out there?
Not bad, I think. Yeah, also on the new season grind up the ladder, back to infinite again. We almost got there, but not quite. But yeah, not doing too bad. Hope you've had a good week, both of you.
It's been a very fun week. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So, I'm just going to change the music up. And before we go any further, I just wanted to give everyone a bit of a recap on what happened last week. So we had the results of our first task, and our first task was how big is your null? The teams fought it out, and unfortunately, Snapperance's captain, Father Newman, had to face a battle with our Mysterio's captain, Sammy. And that battle was to determine the winner, and Newman and his team won week 1. Week 2's task, though, I think we need a very quick reminder on week 2 and what happened in week 2. So this was week 2's task. The teams were set a popularity contest. So over on my Twitter page, they were set the task of gaining votes from the community. Which team had the most votes? As Jay points out in chat, who has the bigger poll? We brought the deadline forward though. That deadline came forward a little bit, and yeah, Wednesday 3rd. So that was our task for week 1. Broadly, how do you guys think your teams performed? Brad?
I felt like we did all right. We had a lot of great showings from our other teammates, trying to make sure that we got the hype train rolling, so to speak. I know Lauren even had a shout out for the voting in their article and everything as well. So there was a lot of effort to try and get some votes for us.
Yeah. And yourself, Obi? How do you think your team did?
Oh, my team killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Awesome. So as per last week's show, for those of you that watched on week 2, we do a little bit of a recap from my perspective. So I'm in both teams' chats, and I can see what's going on from both teams' perspectives, but they can't see each other's. So it was an interesting one this week to see how each team went about the task and what the results ended up being. So we will move on and have a look at week 2's tasks. Straight off the bat, without any prompting whatsoever, both teams decided that the first thing that they needed to do was create a team logo. And before too long, Team Snapped In Obi presented this to his group. What do we think? Pretty decent? I quite like that. That's pretty good. Very straightforward, but does exactly what it says on the tin. However, over at Snapperance's, they had an ace graphic artist in the team. Isn't that right, Lauren? Lauren's Supergiant is the stuff of legend. However, your first Snapperance's logo attempt, not so much. Amanda stepped in, and Null stepped on poor Mysterio. But whilst Lauren noticed the team had taken an early lead in the poll, the team then settled on their final logo form. What do we think?
Is it a bird?
I think it's Null. It's Null from Team 1 when they won. The Mysterios, though, had started to fight back, which pushed Snapperance's to start working with the wider Snap community. The possibility of a tie between the teams was discussed, and Sammy started thinking outside the box. Hang on, that's wrong. I forgot to remove the notes from Team 2 from week 2. Ignore that last line. Mysterios started to fight back, which pushed Snapperance's to start working with the wider Snap community. Things were looking bleak for the Mysterios until Team Snapped In Obi put out a heartfelt plea to the community.
Hello, I'm O-Behaved. Please say that you're going to be the answer for our team, the Mysterios. We're out here suffering right now, guys. We're a team that needs your help. Please, vote for the Mysterios in the poll that's linked below. For just 2 seconds of your time, you'll save my team from boardroom battles and possible elimination. This is your chance to say, I won't sit by while the Mysterios suffer. Please, we need your help.
Incredible work. I love it. And
I don't know how I can compete with Sarah McLaughlin over here.
Obi, do you think it worked at the time?
I think so. I think that was the secret sauce that got us rolling for sure.
You're absolutely right. It dramatically swung the vote in the Mysterio's favour. So you swung straight into a lead in that from just after that one. So, not wanting that rare opportunity to be taken from them, last week's team Snapped in Sammy went on the hunt.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. If you don't vote for the Mysterious now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kiss you.
I'm going to decline the offer, I'm afraid, in the interest of not wanting to look biased. But feel free to kiss the rest of the community there, Sammy. So, we had a little over 36 hours remaining on the poll. Mysterious had built a comfortable lead. Time for Snapperances to kick into gear. And then came a moment I wasn't expecting. So, picture the scene. Devilish is enjoying his Easter weekend. He's out on a drive, doing some shopping with Mrs. Devilish. And he's got the Snap Judgments podcast on in the car. She absolutely loves it, I promise. Absolutely loves it. Loves it when I listen to Marvel Snap podcasts in the car whilst we're on drives and can't escape. It just so happened that Mr. Father Newman was on said podcast. And I just want to play you the clip.
When is this supposed to come out? What date?
Could easily come out the night we're recording it. I'm going to move into turning it into a YouTube video. Literally,
so if this comes out on Saturday, please go over to Devilish on Twitter. Go to Devilish. I love that man. But there is a poll on Twitter where you can vote for names of 2 teams, the Mysterios and Keeping Up Snapperances. Please vote Keeping Up Snapperances. That's my team for the Snapprentice. I would really, really appreciate it.
It's also
you have until Wednesday.
Got Lauren Whatevs and Doc D on the same team. So
I like those people,
STG,
but the name is the Mysterios.
Terry Manilow, Blazifer.
Oh, really? I like all those people. All right, yeah. All right, hey, so you...
Newman, who are the Snapperians? I'm a bit little confused. Was there a third team? Did I do the poll wrong? Nah, great though, man. I nearly, well, I won't say I nearly crashed the car. I didn't. I did a little squeal whilst driving. But yeah, thank you for that. It's all good. All good. So
I am a snap period.
I'm a Snapperian. So who's gone and blocked themselves? Denman. Sorry, Denman in my chat has blocked himself. Okay, so a flurry of further Snapperances activity followed, with Doc T venturing into the murky world known as Reddit with a sneaky test this poll post. And then, as Brad mentioned at the start of the show, Lauren's amazing new article over on Marvel Snap Zone. Please go and check it out if you haven't already. It is brilliant. Do we think this was working? I'd say the comeback was on.
Felt like it.
Yeah, I think so. But would all of their efforts be enough? What's in a team name, anyway? Well, as we've already found out, it helps if you know your own team's name. Keeping up with Snapperances. So what do we think? Where do we think we all ended up? Teams? How do we think the poll went? I know for one thing for sure, what we don't want is one of these.
Tie!
I don't think I can put myself through another captain versus captain battle, and I wasn't even in it. So, without further ado, if you haven't seen it already, on the Twitter page, the results of our poll and this week's winners are the Mysterios. With 52.2% of the vote, the Mysterios are our winners this week. Captain, Snaptin, Obi, how do you feel?
I feel wonderful. Very safe.
Very safe. Well, you should feel safe. You have won yourself immunity as Team Snaptin. Congratulations to the Mysterios this week. Hard fought battle, and it did swing that vote one way and then the next as the week went on. So absolutely hard fought from both sides, I think. And yeah, well done. But that does bring me to, unfortunately...
Can I have just a minute?
Go for it. Of course you can. You go for it.
I just want to say thank you to all of you that donated 2 seconds of your time to save a Mysterio in need. Thank you so much for your support. We love you. Thank you.
No problem at all. No problem. You don't have to campaign anymore though, dude. You've won. You've already won.
I'd like to point out that the votes were stuck at 289 for the last full day of voting, even with people still voting. And I watched it happen with a hit vote and then nothing changed. So maybe there's some collusion involved. I don't know. I don't know the background of Twitter. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to understand. I'm just asking the questions. That's it.
I think we can all blame Elon for this. So yeah, unfortunately, the vote is the vote. I'm afraid I can't fix this. I'm not paying Elon £8 a month for premium. So there we are. He's got enough money. You don't need mine. Cool. So that does bring us to, unfortunately, the unfortunate part of the show and a job that our losing team captain has to do, and that is to choose a member of the losing team to face this week in a boardroom battle. Brad, could you let us know who you chose?
Yeah, I would love to sit here and tell you that I molded over. It took me just hours of pain and anguish to pick through all my teammates, of who should be up on the chopping block. But it took me literally 30 seconds. It's Docty. Docty is the one.
Wow.
Welcome. It took no time whatsoever. Fellow Pursuit Gaming buddy here. And yeah.
What?
Wow.
Why did you do that to such a righteous man, dude? That dude's so
because
nice.
it's fun to pick on Docty. It's great to pick on Docty.
So
The right team won. I wouldn't have
no
done this to you,
reason
Docty.
whatsoever other than you like picking on Docty.
Correct.
Love it. Okay. Unfortunately,
Absolutely brutal.
all is fair in business, I'm afraid. So this does mean that Brad and Docty were contacted by myself earlier this week, just after the poll had finished. However, the Snapprentice wouldn't be the Snapprentice without a bit of a twist. And unfortunately, due to a few time zone challenges, Brad and Docty were unable to complete their boardroom battle before the show this evening. So we talked through a few different options. One of them being potentially delaying the whole show, but that would have had an impact on next week's task. So what we decided on in the end was to hand over to the gamble wheel to decide who stays and who leaves this week. So let me just bring up our gamble wheel.
Pray to RNGesus, boys.
I'm ready.
So
Oh
no
my God.
boardroom battle, one spin of the wheel, Docty versus Brad. Whoever we land on is safe. The remaining person that it doesn't pick is fired. So you want it to land on your name to stay in the competition. Okay, here we go.
Hang on to your butts. I believe in you, Docty.
Who's it going to
He
be?
even went to Reddit for your team, man. He even went to Reddit for your team. How you doing like this?
Who's going to be saved? Will it be Docty? It's getting round. It's coming round to Brad. Will it get round again? Will it get round?
Oh my goodness!
It got round. I don't think it's going to make it again, though.
Oh, let's go! Justice for Docty!
Docty,
Justice for Docty!
Docty, you live another day.
Rigged. I demand a respin.
Unfortunately, Mr. Bradsafar,
That's gonna cost you 1,500 gold.
that does mean, I'm afraid, You are leaving the competition, sir. You are
I
fired.
appreciate you for having me.
Thank you, though, for
Right.
your efforts over the first couple of weeks. It's massively appreciated. And yeah, I wish you the best, sir. But that does mean you will be leaving us this evening. So, what a week! It's been a week. One hell of a week. What we're going to do now is choose our team captains for next week. So, moving on to the Wheel of Names. First up is that same team that Docty's in. Father Newman is the Snapprentices. Okay, Team Snaptins. All right, it's going to take a while, okay? Snaptins. I keep saying captains, but anyway, you know where I'm going with it. So, Newman goes back on the wheel, okay? Docty stays on the wheel. It can be between any one of you 6, so it could be Newman again. Who's going to be our Snapperances captain for week 3? Let's give it a spin. What are we even doing if we don't say Snapton? I like it. So, captain of the Snapperances for week 3. It's gone past Newman. Will it get back round? Is it going to be Docty again? It could be. Could go from being in the boardroom battle to captain, but I think it gets round. It's going to be Amanda. Well, well, well.
Oh, it's going to be a party. Let's do it.
It's going to be a party over the Snapperances. The ladies are in charge.
Throw your hands up in the air. Wave them like you just don't care.
Congratulations, Amanda. Are you happy? You can't obviously say anything on stream. I realise you're not actually on the call, but you can throw it in.
Yes.
Yeah, we got this, she says in chat. Good, good. So, congratulations, Amanda. You are our captain for the Snapperances for week 3. And we move over to the Mysterios. Have I got the right amount of numbers on here? I just want to check the amount of people that are in these. So we lost Brad. Yeah, okay. We got who's missing? God, yes. So Obi, you're not on this list because you can't be captain 2 weeks running, and you have snapped in. I remember that. You can't be team snapped in for 2 weeks running, and you do have immunity. So you cannot also, if your team does lose, be chosen next week to be in the boardroom battle. So you'll be here for at least 2 more weeks. So our captain, Sammy, obviously goes back on the wheel as well. Our captain for the Mysterios for week 3. Sammy, if it's me, I'm calling rigged, he says. It's coming round to you, going past you. Will it be the Pirate King? Will it get round to Zal? It's Zal. So, Zal is our team snapped in for the Mysterios.
Nice.
Congrats, Zal. Right, so you guys want to know what your task is for next week? What type of task do you think you'd like to do? An in-game one or a creative one? What about you, Obi? What are you thinking?
I would like a creative one.
Okay, creative. Newman says in-game. What's everyone thinking? Everyone else is saying in-game, including people that aren't in it. In-game from Jay, in-game Harry. Okay, well, let's see what I've got cooking for you for week 3.
Let's go.
The teams must band together to create the biggest human torch. However, each team member must enter a torch. Your individual torch totals will be combined to create a team torch. Highest team torch wins. Your deadline, Wednesday the 10th of April, 10 p.m. BST. Do we like? A couple of little rules though. It's not going to be quite as easy this time. Friendly battles are banned. You can do it on the ladder. You can do it in Conquest. I don't mind, but no friendly battles. I don't mind. I don't mind if you guys want to enter multiple screenshots. I will count the highest screenshot, but at the deadline for each person. There's the same amount of people in each team. 6 submissions, no friendlies. But you can enter multiple submissions as the week goes on. If you beat your previous one, you can post a bigger one. I'll count the biggest from each person at the end of the week. Well, on the Wednesday night. I'll add them all up and we'll see who's got the biggest team torch. All right? I will leave you to it. Thank you again to those of you that have joined stream this evening. I do appreciate it. Thank you to Obi. Congratulations again for joining. Brad has had to go, and thank you to Brad as though for joining as well earlier. I do appreciate you guys making the time. Congratulations, Docty. You survived another week. Have fun, teams. The return of Team Torch. I've been Devilish, and we'll see you again real soon.